mean the lungs. You wanna hit this shit?
Killer, Dipset, Check my stats, man. 78. I got to be the best living, man. You already know. It's too easy. Like Alex Trebek, you're in jeopardy. Yes, sir, we got the recipe. Give you a tech, but nope, not a referee. Like why?
What? You want it to be one way?
Man, I don't
want it to be one way.
Man, stop.
But it's the other way.
I also believed you wanted out.
What if it's too late?
I sent Buckley to kill Kane.
You won't fight to be my guest, but I won't be there.
What's going on, YouTube? We're back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn 9's YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another TV show review, and we got Snowfall Season 5, Episode 9, Departures review. Yeah, man, like I said, this episode, Franklin got a lot going on. He's dealing with a lot, and he's just coming with the realization of a lot of things, especially dealing with the whole lace wedding that Scully pretty much set up. But yeah, coming off of that last episode, I mean, he's pretty much looking at himself in the mirror, and it's a lot that he's dealing with. But we go into that a little bit later on. We go into more as far as dealing with the whole situation with Bo and Kane. Louis pretty much goes along and sets her plan in motion as far as putting the hit on Kane. And she pretty much sets her bull out, which is Bo, the cop that she got on her payroll, and sets him out to go get Kane. I'm not going to go into detail as far as the plan, but if you ain't seen the episode, or if you have seen the episode, you know what's up. If you haven't seen the episode, you know how situations like this go. The plan does not go as they planned it to go. And it's a lot of shit that comes down, especially with the cop Bo. When I tell you the dominoes fall, man, it's a lot he dealing with. And this is a real good scene between him and his captain, and it almost gives me that good feeling of going back to Snowfall when it was doing the whole thing with showing, you know, the crack epidemic as far as bringing crack into the low-income neighborhoods, the cops and how they was treating individuals, especially before the whole thing happened with Andre. But still, in this episode, you have a situation with Bo when he talking to his captain, and I'm not going to go into detail, but his captain says something to Bo, and if you've seen the episode, you know what I'm talking about. And it just lets you know how deep and dirty and slimy and the corruption was, not with just cops them back in them days, because this is what, 80... Oh, I can't remember. I know it's 80 though, but you got to remember this is the LAPD at that time. And think about all the songs with straight out of, NWA, and them rapping about the corruption and how the cops and how they was treating people on the streets and whatnot, especially back then, and the whole thing with Rodney King. So it's just that scene, and just the little detail in that scene where Bo is having an exchange with his captain, and his captain says something to him to just let you know how dirty they was. And I'm telling you, it's a lot that goes down with Bo. Bo is dealing with a lot in this episode too, and that's all I'm gonna say. Louis, man, Jerome to me, man, cause it's like Jerome. He going along. He know Louis doing what she's doing, but I mean, he's pretty much put her in the forefront as far as running everything and letting her pretty much go along with the organization because he's thinking about getting away a little bit. That's pretty much him, what I feel like he's trying to do as far as getting away from the business, and that's what he pretty much was saying last episode. But with Louis, she's pretty much on a full force mission to have her own thing and do her own thing, and that's where she pretty much coming into this episode. Even with everything she finds out as far as the whole situation with the cop Bo and Kane, she's still on her path as far as what she's going to do, and how she feels. So I got some theories, especially going into the season finale, and how I feel about maybe they might go out like gonna get some Red Wedding, Game of Thrones style. I'm telling you, man, because I really love how my man Franklin is approaching the situations this episode, man. And we got to talk about it, man. But before we get to it, we got to talk about my man Leon. Leon is pretty much running around trying to just see what's up with the situation as far as Kane. Like I said, I'm not going to go into detail as far as the whole plan and how it went down between the cop and Kane, but he's pretty much going around trying to see what the situation is. But not only with Kane, but with Louis too, knowing that Louis still went along with doing something after they talked about it, but Louis makes it clear like she's standing on all 10, so he's pretty much putting that warning out. Not only I feel like he's putting a warning to her as far as Kane, but I think he putting a warning to her towards Franklin too, because like this episode, man, this episode pretty much should have been called Threats. Everybody pretty much doing what they doing as far as making it clear where they stand and how they feeling, especially my man Franklin. And like I said, we're gonna get the Franklin, but Also, man, Franklin saved your life, bro. Franklin saved this nigga's life, and it's like you just all so cool with it. And it's at one point in this episode in the scene with him and Teddy, and I'm like, okay, damn, maybe he about to, you know what I'm saying? He about to say something. He about to put his foot down, but it's like, nigga, zombie mode, and he been like this whole season, and I really don't like the way they turned this character as far as Oso, man. Think about that first season with him and old girl, and that's almost why I wish old girl, I wish she had jumped back into the picture. Imagine that type of epic cliffhanger with her popping back up in the season finale. I don't think they're gonna do that, but I'm just saying, man, it feel like Oso just been AWOL since that whole situation. I would say coming off like the whole thing with him and just Teddy hooking up. It's like Teddy done made him like, I don't know, man. But it's just like, bro saved your life, man. And it's like, man, you need to like put your foot down and pick a side when it comes to this whole situation involving him and Teddy, as far as Franklin and Teddy. And I don't like the way he just moving. I ain't even like the way he been moving this whole season. Besides him in the action they had with the tiger, my man has been pretty much on some zombie mode shit. Like this whole season, to me, going into the season finale, it's going to be interesting to see what Oso stands, not only where he stands, but what type of action he puts in as far as this season finale. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. But not only a situation back to Leon though, hey, him and Wanda, it seems like Leon wasn't like kidding around as far as what he was saying, as far as the whole thing with him, you know, everybody being high and what they had going on as far as at the wedding. And that's one thing I will say, and I feel like I'll spoil a little bit as far as the situation with him and Wanda. I really like that scene, but the only thing I don't like about that scene, especially when we dealing with these type of shows, is what's gonna happen in this season finale. Because whenever you're trying to have this whole happy little ending, hit this and the third and that, like, nah, but then somebody about to go. Somebody about to go, man. Y'all can't do Leon like that. We already had the little tease with Wanda and she got shot, but come on, man. It just feel like something definitely about to go down in this season finale, man. And everybody not gonna make it out, man. But it's really gonna be interesting to see what we do with Leon. And just like I said, Leon has been on his path this season as far as what he's been trying to do, especially after what he did last season with shooting a child, Scully's baby, or whatever, and the way he's been going about everything. So it was real interesting to see that conversation with him and Wanda. I said last episode, him being high, whatever, but coming into this episode, but you always done seen between him and Wanda, Leon has always cared about her. He's always still had that love for her. So it wasn't too surprising, but to see him still trying to be on that whole path, as far as just seemed like he's trying to like straight up get up out of here. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes with Franklin, especially with the way my man is doing this episode. And once again, Damian Elders for his acting, man. He don't have to go off all the time. Sometimes he could just say everything with his facial expressions and just with his head movements, man. And it's what him, in exchange between him and Louis and Jerome. I'm not going to say what they say. I'm not going to say how it goes down. But what I will say is I love both exchanges between Franklin and him and Louis and Jerome, and the exchange that my man has with him and Teddy. Teddy come in there all high and mighty. Teddy came in there chilling, and I'm not going to say what the exchange is, but I'm just saying he was in a good mood. And then my man Franklin laid it down for him. Just started talking to him, letting him know what's up. And I didn't know if I was expecting Franklin to say what he said, but when he said it, and then the way he stood up, once again, Franklin doesn't have to go off all the time. And shout out again to Damian Elders and his acting, man, his acting ability. Sometimes not even just going off that last episode, bodies. Yeah, he killed that, and he done had 2 phenomenal standout scenes this season. This season, you can say this season been slow. You can say this season been kind of silly, whatever you want to say, but you cannot downplay Damian Elders and his acting ability and what he done this season. And I feel like he got to get some type of award, Emmy nomination. Even if he don't, though, we definitely gonna give him an award for his acting ability by just talking about it. But definitely shout out Damian Elders and his acting ability. And like I said, without him even going off, his facial expressions, him just looking, and the way he looking at you says everything without him saying it, man. And I want to say another thing too. I've been getting on his girl, man. But this episode, I don't know. I feel like she kind of done won me over a little bit. It's the way she talked to him, and I feel like she almost gave us that Franklin that we needed. Like I said, Franklin was looking at herself in the mirror, just coming to some realizations, but that conversation with her, and even with certain moments that she has in this episode, I'm like, yo, maybe she really is like trying to make my man straight, like put him on a not ain't gonna say a right path, but just make sure that he understands who he is, and to make sure whatever decision he make, win. Like when she said, man, I'm just saying, I'm sorry, man. Hey, the way she said it and the way my man Franklin looked at her, it was like, oh man, it's on. Because one thing about this man Franklin, I don't care who you is, CIA agent, FBI, IADA, CEA, whatever. When Franklin gets to thinking and gets to sitting down and starts to maneuver and doing what he's going to do, you better watch out. And you better watch out. And you better not cry. I know it ain't Christmas, I'm just saying, but hey, it's the way, like I said, after that whole conversation with him and his girl, him going back and having these conversations with everybody else, and even the conversation with him and Louis and Jerome, it almost seemed like Franklin was like, man, look, I'm gonna just roll, I'm just let this shit slide. And Louis mentioned something and said something, and it's like my man Franklin did the head nod. It was like, oh shit, is he gonna go off? And it was like, nah. He had a little bit of it, a little bit it came out, but then he sit back and said, okay. Be careful what you wish for and be careful what you ask for. And I got some theories, man, and I'm just saying, is Jerome gonna pay the price, and is it gonna come by the hands of his nephew? I'm just saying, but I'm very, very interested to see where this go, man. Before we go anywhere else, I have to mention Sissy and the agent, man. This guy, I feel like he does want Teddy. He wants Teddy, but it's definitely another play going on, and it definitely involves him getting to Franklin, and it definitely has to have something involved with that other DEA agent that was on the last episode. I can't think of the guy's name, but it was the guy that was working with the girl that got killed by Oso, that hit Teddy and Oso buried, and you know who I'm talking about. But this guy got to be working with him, because once again, where did this guy go and where did he come from? He just popped up, and I remember him. He was the guy that was trying to get to Teddy and find out who Teddy was, his real name and all of that. But this guy right here that Sissy is working with, he is definitely trying to do something with Franklin too. It's not just about Teddy, but it's still something that he's trying to get as far as Teddy too. It's still a play with Teddy, but I don't know, man. It's something going on, and I'm telling you, Sissy, I feel like I just hope she knows what she's doing, because it's going to be some ramifications, I'm telling you, especially with the way my man Franklin is looking at everybody this episode and dealing with stuff. I'm telling you, it's going to be some ramifications, but it's really going to be interesting to see where this goes and how this plays out with everything that's going on with Sissy and his agent, man. I want to mention my man Avi, man. I just like Avi, man. Like I said, he ain't trying to be despiteful towards nobody. He's been trying to, like that wisdom guy. He's almost been like that Mr. Bahagi of the drug game this season. Like, for real, like straight up, man. He just been talking to everybody, trying to give him a little wisdom with everybody, man. And one thing about it, this episode, I'm not going to go into detail, but my man Avi holds it down on his own. That's all I'm going to say. I really am interested to see what's going to be going on with him, though. It's because I don't know where it's going to go with him, but my man Avi, he holds it down on his own. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. If you watch the episode, you know what I'm talking about. We'll get into more spoilers on Uncut Ish Talk, man. But other than that, like I said, man, it's a lot going on. One of my favorite scenes, though, is definitely Franklin and Teddy and the exchange between them. It's definitely the exchange between them. Like I said, we're getting into more details on Uncut Ish Talk, but it's definitely the exchange between them, and I cannot wait to see the season finale. Like I said, I'm ready for a Red Wedding, Game of Thrones type of style season finale. And Game of Thrones, was that even a season finale, that Red Wedding? I don't even think that was a season finale when they did what they did. And you know what I'm talking about. That's when everybody was just getting knocked off. You didn't know who was going to live. Everybody was getting knocked off. And I'm telling you, the fact that we done got the announcement that next season, as far as season 6 is going to be the last season, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they play out with this season finale, man. It's going to be interesting, man. And once again, Franklin is on demon time. I'm telling you, the look and the expressions and the way he's talking, the mannerisms, Franklin is officially on demon time. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see where we go with this, man. Like I said, man, I feel like we're going to get some casualties, people we didn't want to see go. I feel like Jerome, Leon, even Wanda, a lot of some people that you, Sissy, I feel like some people that you just like, man, I ain't want to see it, but hey, it is what it is, man. It's really going to be interesting to see how this play out, though, man. But other than that, man, y'all let me know. If you have watched this episode, let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. If you haven't watched it, you definitely need to check it out, man, and don't be spoiled. But other than that, man, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. Once again, go check out Brillo the Big Reviews channel. Make sure you check out Pretty Girl Loves Trap Content channel, YouTube channel, and make sure you check out the JH Reviews channel. They're going to be doing a live tonight on Snowfall. They're going to be doing trivia games, and it's going to be on Brillo's the Big Reviews channel. They're going to be live tonight. You definitely need to go over there and check them out. Brillo the Big Review. Go subscribe to that channel and go check them out. Got a lot of good content over there, especially if you enjoy Power and Snowfall. I know they're going to be going in tonight. Definitely go check them out. Shout out to Brillo. Shout out to Pretty Girl Loves Trap Content. Shout out to the JH Review. Shout out to Michelle and them. Shout out to everybody that's on the panel tonight. I know y'all going to have a good time. I know this episode was one of the ones y'all going to go in it. Definitely, once again, go check them out as far as Brillo, the Big Review. They're going to have a live tonight. Go check them out on his YouTube channel. But other than that, man, make sure y'all hit that notification bell, let you know when I upload new videos. We got a new episode of Uncut Ish Talk coming out tomorrow, live at 9 p.m. on YouTube and Twitch. Definitely check us out. Tonight, I am doing a live watch party for X. Come through and check us out. We will be live only on Twitch. Go over there and follow me on Twitch at the Low Key Cave. Other than that, man, we out.
Only one episode before the season finale.
An officer is dead, and I want to know why.
The bluff here is no good for anyone.
Keep going, man! I hope you're ready for what's
I don't want to hear anything else about kilos or prices. Y'all want to go out on your own? Fine. But do not for 1 second fuck around with what I got to do to get mine. Because I promise you, there is nothing I'm not prepared to do.